Hello everyone and welcome back to another inZOI video. Today we're going to be doing another fun one using ChatGPT. So in one of my recent videos, I did the color challenge in build mode using ChatGPT. But in today's video, we're going to be actually creating a ZOI using ChatGPT. So here's the prompt I gave Chat. So I said, I am creating an inZOI YouTube video where I am creating a female ZOI in character create. I want you to help me create the character body part by body part. I will ask you to select the skin tone, eye color, nose shape, etc. I want you to select each one by one once I give you the prompt. Also show me a photo of what you're envisioning too. Make sure you only show the individual part that I ask and not a full picture because I want to see how it will look in the end myself. Do you understand? And then it told me that it did, and the reason I asked it to show me piece by piece each body part is because I had originally tested this out without asking for Chat to give it to me piece by piece, and it ended up showing me the full face. And every time I asked for a new feature, it would show me that feature, but it would show me it on a full face, and often the features looked very similar. So I don't want to see the final face of how it looks like. I just want to see each individual body part, and then I'll put it together and see how it looks. So I said, let's start with the skin tone. So here is what it gave me. It's kind of a relatively fair skin tone. Here I am just trying to find the best match. The only problem though that I have is that the inZOI skin tones seem to all have a bit of like a grayish tone to them, so they don't look super great as real skin tones do. It's missing the warmth to the skin tone that we need. From there, I told ChatGPT that next is eye shape and color. And so it gave me a bit of like an almond shaped eye. Is that what we could consider that? And then some medium brown eyes. I wouldn't say that they're super light brown and they're also not super dark brown. I guess down in the medium side. If anybody is a color expert, please. I clearly need some lessons because I'm not very good at describing the shade of brown that we see here. I also took off the eye makeup just because I will ask ChatGPT later to show me what kind of eye makeup I should do. So we have a bare face, and then I asked it for eyebrows next. And here's what we got. I realized they didn't really have eyebrows that looked exactly like this in inZOI. It was kind of hard to try to manage, so I did what I could. And I do realize that when I have the photo on the screen, I can actually see the differences and the similarities, but more so the differences. Whereas when I'm creating the ZOI, I'm not looking at it next to my ZOI. So I'm noticing how things could have been improved. Let's just say that. So maybe I can retry this challenge another time. I've even seen people do the same challenge but with Pinterest, where Pinterest chooses creating their Sims or something like that. Next was the nose. It didn't really give me a full view of the nose. As you can see, it was kind of cut off, and obviously we don't know what the side profile looks like. So we're just going to work with what we got. And after that, we did the lips. The lips were very nice in the photo. It was hard to replicate. I don't know, I think we need improved sliders for some of the different points on the face in the detailed editing mode, because it was hard to make a shape that was similar to this. And that's one thing I'm noticing with inZOI, that when creating the different facial features, especially the structures, like the shape of the face, it's a little bit difficult to make it exactly, or maybe it's just me. Sorry, let me just say, this could just be me speaking, and maybe I'm the only one that is having difficulties with making a specific shape. It's as though I can't really get it to fit the exact specifications that I want when I'm moving around the different things. I do think, however, the lips came out really nice. Whether they are exactly the same, maybe not, but I think they're pretty close in my opinion with what I had to work with. And then from there, next was the face shape. So this is another thing that I struggle with adjusting as well, which you'll see here. But yes, it's a bit of a heart-shaped face. Is that the type of face? Or is it a diamond face shape? I think it's a diamond face shaped, guys. I just googled it and I think that's what this face shape is. So I was just playing around with the different sliders. So adjusting things like the nasal bridge, the lip line, the jawline, etc. And then next was the eyeshadow. So it looks like a bit of a smoky eye, kind of simple, some neutral browns. That's how I would describe this eyeshadow look. Well, it's a little bit harder to tell when the eye is closed versus when the eye is open to make it similar. But I tried my best. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. After that, it was blush. So we got a bit of a corally pinkish blush. I think that this color of blush is my favorite personally. It's not too pinky and it's not too orange. It's a great mix of both. From there, it was eyeliner. So I chose a winged liner, which is great. It's a classic. And the next was highlighter and contour. Now, because in the first original prompt I had told ChatGPT to show only one body part at a time and not the whole face, as you can see, it was a little bit difficult to see the full highlighter and contour, so I basically had to improvise here. Next is the hair and hair color. So it gave me a deep dark brown color with about mid shoulder length hair that was wavy. Now, I personally could not find a hairstyle that was exactly like that. There was none that was super close to it, but I think what this new hairstyle here that was in the latest version 2 patch and update, I think this one is the closest just because it is a little bit wavy, but as you can see, the bangs are different. But we got to work with what we got. Now, I know the shade of the brown is a little bit off. I went with a bit of a reddish purplish undertone of the brown, and I think it came out really good. I think the ZOI is actually coming out amazing so far. So next are the beauty marks. So it showed a photo of a beauty mark on her right cheek. However, the only closest beauty mark was one that was on the left cheek, so we just had to flip it around, but still close enough. And then I asked ChatGPT either freckles or no freckles, and it gave me quite a lot of freckles actually. I think freckles are really cute. I don't personally have freckles, but every time I see somebody with freckles, I think it looks really stunning. And I really like the depth that it added to this character. So far, I'm really liking this ZOI. Next was an outfit. It gave me a striped navy blue and white shirt with some jeans. I like this look. I think it's classic. You can't go wrong with just a comfortable t-shirt and some jeans. So I went in and tried to generate an AI texture with the navy blue and white stripes. However, it ended up making the stripes vertically rather than horizontally, as you can see here, and there was no way to rotate the texture. So instead I had to go on to Google and upload an image of the stripes, and that's how we got it to work. And then of course we need shoes, so it decided to give me some white closed-toed heels. Next, I asked ChatGPT to choose the accessories. So I actually gave it the categories of accessories that were available in inZOI. So hats, eyewear, necklace, earrings, headpiece, nails, wristwear, and rings. And I also told ChatGPT that it doesn't have to use all of these, so it can pick and choose. And in the final product, as you can see, it chose gold jewelry, and it chose gold earrings, gold necklace with a bit of like a silver or diamond crystal pendant, and also a gold ring on the left hand. So here's what we got. I also just did her nails. I did a subtle light color to match her outfit, and then I had to get her ready for a photo shoot, of course. So I chose a deep purple for the background, and then I actually asked ChatGPT to give me a pose. So I took that image that you see here on the screen, and I uploaded it to see if it would create a pose similar. And unfortunately, guys, that does not look like that image. She looks like she has something wrong with her, or like she's frozen in time or something. Look at her. So that did not work. So I started clicking through the poses that already come readily available with inZOI, and the closest one honestly happened to be this one with the flowers, because she kind of has her left hand similar to the lady in this photo. I mean, she's holding flowers whereas the other lady isn't. However, she's standing in a similar position. So you know what? I think this is great. This was a great workaround and it's close enough. And then time to take some photos of her looking super fabulous. And of course I had to ask ChatGPT to give her a first and last name, and Chat said, let's name her Maya Ellison. Maya evokes warmth, creativity, and elegance, a perfect match for her confident and composed look. Ellison adds a soft, classic feel with a modern edge. It's kind of awesome because I think that name genuinely suits this ZOI. I think the ZOI came out fabulous. And then I also asked ChatGPT to create a short character backstory with personality traits. Keep it under 300 characters because that is the maximum limit to upload the description on Canvas. And then this is what Chat gave me. Maya Ellison is a visual storyteller and indie game designer with a love for nature, nostalgia, and quiet strength. Creative, empathetic, and endlessly curious, she blends logic with emotion to build worlds that feel both magical and real. I think that description came out awesome. I love Maya. I think she's a great character. I will put the link to download Maya on the Canvas Marketplace down in my description below. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, give this video a like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe and share. And we'll see you guys on the next one.